Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here, members of the media, bunch of Pirates employees and staff. Thank you for being here on a very special day. Brian and Patrick will jump in if I mess up the order on any of this, but very excited and honored to welcome and introduce Paul Skenes as our newest Pirate. I want to start by welcoming some folks. His mom, Karen, is here. Welcome, Karen. His dad, Craig, is here. Welcome, Craig. Matt McConnell and Michael Holloman from ISE, instrumental in helping us get to this point with Paul. Thank you for all the effort and work. Also, Mark Pieper from ISE is not here, was part of this process with us. So thank you all. A lot of people from the Pirates to thank, so I can't do everybody. We just want to highlight two people in particular, Joe Delicari, who oversees our amateur scouting department. Oversees our entire process of getting ready for the draft and helping us get to the right choice, which we certainly feel we made. And also Wayne Mathis, who is our area supervisor closest to Paul at LSU. So thank you to both of you. Thank you to both of them. I'll say a couple things and then we'll get going with Paul and open it up. But as we started this process earlier in the spring, and we knew we had the first selection in the draft. There's a ton of effort from a lot of different people that pour into getting us into a position to make a decision. And as you go through the spring, a lot of that effort and focus is really on evaluation of Paul as a pitcher. Who is he physically, and looking at delivery and pitch qualities and certainly the performance, and learning as much as we can about Paul as a pitcher. And what Paul did this spring and has done throughout his college career speaks for itself. We're, of course, incredibly excited to add a pitcher of his caliber and talent and achievement to the organization. And just as importantly, as we get closer to the decision, we get to know Paul as a person. And this decision is certainly partly about a really talented pitcher who we think is going to help us win games out here on this field. It's also a partnership with a person. And as we got to know Paul, it just solidified for us very clearly in our minds that this is a person that we want to go into this together with. He is someone, and I'm not going to share every detail. I'll let him get into it, and you can ask your own questions. But the simplest way I can say it is he is someone who not only meets challenges, but literally will pursue the hardest challenges. He does not wait for the challenges to meet him. He goes and finds them wherever they are. He could have taken much easier paths, going from high school to the Air Force Academy. He chose a hard path. He could have taken much easier paths than transferring into the SEC for his draft year. He chose a hard path, and he certainly met that and exceeded any expectation along the way. So we're thrilled, Paul, that you're a Pirate. Thrilled to work with you, get to know you even better, and congratulations again. Thank you to your family. Pictures first, Brian?
Oh, pictures.
What's that? Pictures first?
Yep. This is
Okay. Throw that on. Say anything you can.
Yeah, I think as this process has unfolded, and obviously figuring out where I was going to be and making the decision to, come here, and their decision to draft me, I'm just grateful for having Ben and Mr. Nutting allow me to be a part of this this organization, an organization that has a lot of history, of a tradition of excellence. Grateful to my parents and my coaches, and the support system that I've had to get me to this point, and the support system that's definitely going to help me continue in this game as long as I play. Grateful to my teammates for being with me, and being on the teams that have helped me win, and helping me to push me every day. Just grateful. I can't wait to win, and I'm excited to be a Pirate, and just really, again, grateful for this opportunity, and can't wait to be a part of the group that wins another World Series.
We'll get over that for questions.
Paul, this process sometimes can drag out a while with the negotiations. You got this done relatively quickly in 10 days. Why do you think that happened, that it came together this quickly?
It was a pretty easy decision to, with the organization and the people that are here. I was very comfortable wanting to come here, and it was overall a very easy offer, in my opinion, to take.
Paul, going off one of the points that Ben made about that willingness to not only face challenges soon, where do you think that derives from?
Definitely my upbringing, my parents and my sisters, and again the teammates and coaches that I've had throughout my life. Just kind of the environment that I've lived in. Love what you do and do it very well, and so that's been the thing that has been an emphasis point as I've started to make my own decisions with where to go to college and deciding stuff on my future. And so I think every day I try to wake up and see what I'm made of. Try to get better every day, whatever it is, baseball or life. And that's kind of just how I try to live my life.
Paul, building off of that, can you speak to how a military background or experience through that is applicable to baseball preparation and shifting that from one kind of domain to another?
Yeah, I've found that how you live your life, you can't really flip a switch between baseball and relationships and school, whatever it is. How you live your life is how you live your life, and obviously the military, its foundation is discipline and order, structure, and the habits that it forces you to build translate really well to not just baseball but life. And I think going there and building those habits, it obviously, I think it did well for me, and it's doing well for me. But everyone that I know at the Air Force Academy leaves there a better man, a better woman, and I'm grateful for the opportunities it's given me.
Paul, how close do you feel like you are being Major League ready?
Can you repeat that?
How close do you feel like you are being Major League ready?
I think in terms of my stuff, I think I'm very close. It's a different game, and I've never obviously been on a big league field. I'm going to do everything I can to get there as soon as possible, and whatever that takes, physically, mentally, whatever it is, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there as soon as possible. But I think to an extent, I just don't know, just because it's a different game. There are different challenges, and I think it's a lot more demanding than college.
Paul, what are some things that you've done today, and just what have your initial impressions have been of maybe PNC Park or Pittsburgh as a city?
Yeah, I've checked out PNC Park briefly, and I really like it. We're staying across the street, so I've gotten to see a little bit of the outside of the park and walk around the city. Gone down to the river. We went to the Roberto Clemente Museum today, which was a humbling experience. Who he was as a man and a baseball player, obviously. It was really cool to experience. We probably spent half hour more than we probably should have there, but it was cool to experience it. But yeah, it's Pittsburgh seems like a really cool city, and I'm just excited to to live here.
Do you get a chance to do the two-way thing?
We'll see. I think that's something we have to decide, but yeah, we'll see. That's a different set of challenges.
Then, building off of what Rich's question was to Paul, I'll ask you a similar question because of what you said in your opening comments about Paul and his accomplishments in his resume and some of the polish that he's gotten throughout his college how much closer to Major League ready is he than the average first-round pick that would come out of college?
I don't think I don't know. I mean, he's exceptional. He's been an exceptional achiever, you know, wherever he's been, and we expect that to continue. We're thrilled to start to work with him, you know, more personally now. We believe, based on what we know now, that you know he's got the combination of skills, competitiveness, ability to execute in competitive situations, critical situations, to move quickly through pro ball and be in the major leagues in the not too distant future. But we don't want to get into exact timeline. I don't think that's fair to any player. First things first is when Paul gets to Florida, get on the ground with him. Our staff will get on the ground with him, meet him where he's at in terms of where he is physically, and map out a progression from there, and then he'll tell us, over time, what pace that moves at. But we're thrilled to start working with him.
Paul, what have you been doing lately in terms of like workouts, throwing, staying ready, that sort of deal?
Yeah, just trying to, again, I don't know what the plan is exactly right now for the next couple months going forward, but just trying to build back up after a long season. A lot of, strength and conditioning stuff, and some light catch play, so pretty light, but just trying to build up after the season.
Paul, can you speak to getting in the atmosphere with like Cruz and Floyd and Grant Taylor and Morgan and those guys, and without that, do you think you'd be here? The decision to go to LSU and be around great players every day, and how much better it made you?
Absolutely not. I've said it before. I don't know if I've ever told Dylan to his face, but I probably wouldn't have gone to LSU if Dylan weren't there. Played catch with Grant Taylor in the fall, and I played catch with Ty Floyd in the spring. Those guys made me better every day, and I'd like to think that I did the same for them. And the atmosphere that we built there, and the organization that we had, you can't get worse as a player, just because there's so many good players, and that's just how the culture was there. So again, super grateful for the opportunity to go there and be around those individuals.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Hold on.